want to talk about what creating a culture of yes can really allow to be possible in your life, in your family, especially, and your friends and your company. I mean, absolutely there too. So let's talk about that while I make sweet potato brownies. The culture of yes is about allowing energy and inspiration to flow. It's about maybe saying yes to a person, even if you're saying no to an idea. It's about encouraging creativity. I feel like for me, I've experienced a lot of the culture of no, which is, especially for somebody who's very much of an ideas person, and get really enthusiastic and excited about things. I've had a lot of people in my life who just try to tamp that down. I'd be like, oh my God, I have this idea for this thing. And they're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, that's not really realistic. I don't know, that sounds a little silly, right? And I internalized the idea that I was silly, I was unserious, didn't really have it in me to like create the things I wanted to create. But that was something, not that I had just inherently, that was something I learned from other people telling me that was the case. I find myself thinking about this for a couple of reasons today. One of which is that I was watching a TED Talk from a guy who does improv, and he was saying that when you incorporate that principle of yes, or even yes and, it really can change everything about, and even just on the smallest level of interacting with your own family or interacting with someone that you love, right? And he was giving this example of a son going to his father and the son saying, oh my God, I'm so excited. I've decided I want to run a marathon. And the dad going, I don't know. People get injured doing that. I don't know. And then the son ends up not doing it, not even trying, right? Because the idea got shot down. And yes, I understand that you can just keep on with your idea regardless of rejection, but let's not discount the fact that we impact each other, and that matters. You actually impact the people in your life, and they impact you. Yes, you can move people out of your life if they're perpetually negative, but there is this element of the fact that we do impact each other. And so he was giving that example and saying, what if the son went to the dad and was like, hey, I've been thinking about running a marathon. I'm going to start Monday, blah, blah, blah. And the dad's like, oh, cool. Just completely different, right? And I was thinking about this also because I was watching this video of this 8-year-old music producer prodigy, right? Like, I get that he has natural talent and everything. But as I was watching this video, I was actually feeling incredibly envious. I'm just like, I'm almost 40 and I haven't done any of these things that he's doing. But I think why it really hit me, especially around music, is that I've always really loved to sing. But I was really scared, and especially with being neurodivergent and just how much like rejection physically hurts when you experience it. And the amount of just sort of negative energy I feel like was around me, right? And there wasn't like an active person. Like in that video, the kid's dad is like actively supporting this journey, right? He's got all this equipment. They've connected with these really amazing people. I don't even know, maybe his parents are even a part of the industry. I'm not even sure. I don't know the history, right? But just the thought of seeing an example of a yes culture in somebody's family where the kid started playing with, I don't even know how it started, right? Probably started playing with the music production software, and the parents are like, oh, that's cool. And they realized they were making cool music. And then what he received is yes, 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 keep doing it, right? And just what can really happen. And I know that we can look at that and say, well, of course, but he's a prodigy. And I think there's statistics around like 98% of kids are basically geniuses, right? Like basically all kids are geniuses. We get it trained out of us to not access our creativity, to not show up and be open and expressed. And so it just hit something in me today as I was watching that. And just really yearning for that type of culture, you know. I know I want to be a part of creating that. So that's part of what I do, and part of this channel is talking about presence, pleasure, and play. But yeah, I definitely do have some grief around the fact that that was not encouraged so much in my own life, and that I'm now at almost 40 having to reclaim this for myself and having to really show up to practicing this intentionally and moving past my fears. That's why I talk, like almost every video is about facing your fears in some way or another. I'm curious for you too. Like, what's something that you really wanted to do or to be, or you had this idea for something, and then somebody just was like a Debbie Downer and just kind of took the air out of it, you know? And what would it be like to kind of play with that idea now, no matter what, no matter how old you are? And I want to say something too that was really important, I think, that the guy brought up in that TED Talk, and I'll link the TED Talk somewhere, is that he's like, you can still have a yes culture even if you have to say no to an idea. You can say yes to a person. And he was giving the example of, you know, say one of your friends comes to you, and I don't remember the exact example, but something like, say your friend comes to you and they're like, hey, you want to go skydiving? And you, afraid of heights or terrified of heights, go, oh wow, I love the thought of spending some time together. Probably not skydiving, because that would terrify me, but maybe we could, you know. So like, you can say no to things, but what if there was a culture of yes, a culture of inviting creativity and stoking enthusiasm, rather than saying it's not realistic? And I don't even care. Like, even if it isn't realistic, what if we should create a different world where enthusiastic, creative ideas get to be realistic? I think we have to start by the radical act of saying yes to it now, even when it doesn't even look possible. You know? How else do you create something different? I do hold a special place in my heart for the sensitive souls that have maintained a level of gentleness, even despite all of everything. And now you're choosing to more boldly and powerfully shine your light in the world. If that's you, or if just in general you want more presence, pleasure, and play, join me here. So that's what I'm about, and that's what I'm creating. Cheers.